Okay, another video here. So what we are looking at is our question about sharing something out in a ratio. Now, I've started off with the first question in your preparation booklet. This is going alongside exercise number 7. And this is straightforward. It just gives us an amount of money and asks us to share it in that ratio. An assessment question might take this a little bit further. It might ask you to check if something has been done correctly. For example, if we were to share this, it might say that one person gets £105 and ask if that's correct. You need to do the sharing and then compare the numbers. Like any other justification question, you need to directly compare 2 or more numbers to get full marks in that kind of assessment question. But for now, let's just look at sharing £135 in this ratio 7:2. Okay, so remembering what that ratio really means is that for every £7 one person gets, another person gets 2. Okay, now you could simply go 7 and 2, 7 and 2, and 7 and 2, so on and so on until you've spent your entire £135. With bigger numbers, that would quickly become very, very difficult and very time consuming. So we use fractions to do this. Or if you remember the box method that I taught some of you in class, you can also use that as well, but I'm going to focus on fractions for just now. If the ratio is 7:2, that meaning that one person is going to get £7 and another person is going to get £2 for each time this money is shared out. That means the money is being shared into 7 plus 2 or 9 parts. So to work out the first share, I'm going to work out 7/9 of 135. So I'm going to take 135, I'm going to divide by 9, and I'm going to multiply my answer by 7. So at this point I think we should all reach for our calculators, and you'll find that that first share, the first person, is going to receive £105. Now, I would like it to be that if this person receives £105, the other person must get £30 to make up 135. But it is possible I've made a mistake here. So I want to go through the calculation to work out the other share, just to make sure that when I've done both calculations that they add up to 135. That's just a little check on accuracy. Doesn't mean that my answer is necessarily right. It is possible I could get a wrong answer or a pair of wrong answers that add up to 135, but it becomes less likely, and it's just a recheck to help us out. Okay, so 2/9 of £135, 135 divided by 9 multiplied by 2, that is, if I pop that into my calculator, £30. Okay, so it's asking me to share in that ratio 7:2. I'm just going to write that out nice and clearly to show that my answer is that one person gets £105 and the other person gets £30. And there we are, that's that money shared out. Okay, question number 2 in this preparation booklet says that in a golf club the ratio of women to men is 3:5, and it then wants me to check how many members are women if the total membership is 336. So again, we know what the total is and we know what the ratio is, so those two things should give us an idea that we're sharing out in a ratio. My ratio, women to men, is 3:5, so my fractions must be in 8s, because 3 plus 5 gives me 8. Let's start off with women. So that's 3/8 of the membership are women. 3/8 of 336 36. So take our 336, divide by 8, and multiply by 3. That should tell me that there are 126 women in the club. Now, if I were doing this in an assessment, I might stop there, because I've got my answer to the question, how many members are women. If I was pressed for time, that's what I would do. I would possibly come back later on and check my answer by doing the next step. But for now, I'm just going to show you it in the video. So I'm going to look for the number of men in the club and hope that when I work out 2, they total up to 336. So 5/8 of 336, maybe 336 divided by 8 multiplied by 5. I'm hoping to make up a total of 336 to get 210 here, and when I go to my calculator I find that is the case. 210 members are male. Again, I want to make my answer really abundantly clear for whoever is marking my assessment. In this case, if this is my class watching, I'm talking about me marking your assessment, and the easier you make it for me to mark your assessment, the easier it is for me to give you marks, and the happier I'll be. So 126 women. One last question. Total attendance at a football match was 8,100. The ratio of home supporters to away supporters was 7:3. So how many of each support, how many supporters for each team are there? Again, we know the total, we know a ratio, it's asking us how many. We're sharing this number out in that ratio. This time it says how many of each support were there, so I don't have that little shortcut I could have done last time, and went back to check it later. I have to do both shares straight away. So ratio of 7:3, 7 add 3 makes 10, so I am working in tenths. So my home supporters are going to be 7 tenths of 8,100 people. So that's 8,100 divided by 10 multiplied by 7, or 810 multiplied by 7, giving me 5,670 home supporters. Let's look at the away supporters. So again, I'm hoping that these two answers are going to add up to 8,100. So 3/10 of 8,100. So 8,100 divided by 10 and multiplied by 3. Again, right now we're working, even though we're using a calculator, just because we want to make sure that it's really clear what we've done, in case we have a slip on our calculator, and we look at the magic words that full marks will be given when an answer contains complete working. 5,670 home supporters, 2,430 away. Again, quickly totting up those numbers, they do add up to 8,100, so I'm not definitely wrong. So I can think this is a valid solution. So 5,670 home, little comma, 2,430 away supporters, and that's my answer to that solution, and that is sharing out in a ratio.